Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I just want to again make sure that everybody can hear me. That's always the first thing that I always want to do. Just let me know in the comments if you can hear me. This every time that I let's play, no matter how many times I let's play something, no matter how many times I record and I don't change anything, I always record for like 5 seconds and then I listen to my voice and I'm like, okay, my voice sounds good. And then I do like the real thing, if you know what I mean, just to make sure that the audio sounds good. I have this thing because probably within the first couple of months of like recording and doing let's plays and things like that, they would be kind of random sporadic episodes that I would do. They would have no audio in it whatsoever, and it like freaked me out. And now I have like a thing about it where I always have to check audio. I just have to. So it is what it is. Let's see. What do I want to do? You know what I want to do? I want to give a shout out to my original girls out there. I have some new members of the channel, and I'm going to give a shout out to them. And I'm so happy that you guys joined the channel, and I see a couple of you in the comments. And you know what my favorite thing is about my original girl members? They're all spoony bards. It just makes me so happy that they start off as little spoony bards. That makes me so freaking happy. So Semilus Van Des was the very, very, very first member to join my channel, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I see that Jeffrey Wright is in the chat as well. Thank you so much. Ban1442 also joined as an original girl, and VVHE did as well. So I am thrilled. I last stream you guys were like, hey, what about membership? I would like to join your channel. I think that would be wonderful. And I was like, wait, what? I thought that I already did membership, but apparently a moron, and I didn't because I am not very computer literate, and I went to all the trouble of creating 6 different badges and having them all be like different and everything, but not actually like clicking the join thing. I was just so yeah, it was like there was like this extra little step. So I don't know if you guys are able to see what other characters I put in there or not. I see something different than what y'all see. But over the course of a couple months, the character badge that you get changes. So right now you're Spoony Bards, and eventually you're turned into some better characters. So we'll just put it that way. Another thing that I wanted to talk about before we get started, because I always like to start off my little streams with some story time. The next thing I want to talk about is the poll. Finally, it's been like 2 weeks. We're finally at the end game of the poll. Whichever game wins this next poll will be the winner. It has been a minute. So yeah, I see Tom Derry. Tom Derry says, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I want to be a Spoony Bard. We all want to be Spoony Bards. Who doesn't want to be a Spoony Bard? So in the last poll, I said that it was going to be a double elimination, but it ended up being a triple elimination because we had a tie between Lufia Ruins of Lore and Apuna. They were both tied at 14%, and the Arlen trilogy was down there with like 11%. So I was thinking, well, I could just get rid of the Arlen trilogy and then keep the other two in and try to knock them out again. And I was like, no, I'm just kind of like, it's time for the poll to be done. So at this point, we are, we're down to the final 2. We're down to the final stretch. And we have 7th Saga, which I still happen to have the game of. We have 7th Saga versus Harvest Moon. Whatever happened to my Harvest Moon game is beyond me. Maybe I threw it into a dumpster. Like, beats me. Harvest Moon was so terrible, but I do know that I kept it. I would imagine that, I gave it to my brother or something along those lines. Oh, God, we have a donation and a new original girl. Joseph E.M., thank you for being an original girl. Thank you. Welcome to the club. Also, the way to join, I saw Tom Derry said, I want to become one, but I don't know how. The way to become one is on the channel page, over where it's like in the top right hand corner, it'll say like subscribe, but then there'll be another little button and it will say join, and then you just join right there. So yeah. Donation from Matthew Phillips. The thumbnail for one of your live streams made me laugh. If you don't pay attention whenever uploading videos, you end up with an unflattering thumbnail. You and me both. So here's the deal. Normally, whenever you upload a video, you have to, like, there's a whole to-do for uploading. Like, let me tell you, it is a process. You record your little bits and pieces and chunks and all that kind of stuff. I throw it into Movie Maker myself because I don't know how to use, like, advanced programs. I know how to use programs from 20 years ago. I don't know how to use other stuff because I'm computer illiterate. But anyway, you throw it in a Movie Maker, then you save it in there, and then you go and you upload it to YouTube, and then there's like, from there, there's like a 5 or 6 step process about like the details of the video description, what playlist do you want it in, what's your thumbnail, what do you want it scheduled, ads, is it safe for ads, is it meant for children? There's like, it's like a million questions for every single video. It's ridiculous and it takes forever. But anyway, one of the things is a thumbnail. Whenever you're doing a live stream, guess what doesn't pop up? Yeah, a thumbnail. So, and the thing is, it like none of the stuff pops up. It literally, YouTube automatically just sticks it onto your channel whenever you've finished with the live stream, which is nice. You don't have to go through like, the 20 questions or whatever. But one thing that I didn't realize was that it uploaded with some god-awful, horrible thumbnail. So, thank you in the comments for telling me that. And then I was able to change it to something a little bit better because it really, really was bad. Oh, I see. Semilis asked, what's Ken doing today? And I actually have this on my list of things to talk about. This is my list of things of today's topics that I want to talk about. I have said that Ken travels a lot. He goes out of town a lot. And that was one of the reasons why I started this channel, was because, as a teacher, you're working during the day, but then you're home at night and I'm playing games or whatever. And normally when Ken would be out of town, I would just sit there and play games for hours on end or whatever, or work on work or just, whatever. And, but then over like the summer, like it really kind of sucked whenever Ken went out of town because I had just nothing to do at all. And I was like, maybe if I figure out this YouTube stuff, I see other people doing it, I could do it too. So yeah. Timbermaniac, if he starts assigning homework, I'm out of here. There is no homework tonight, Timbermaniac. No homework. Oh, God. But anyway, Ken is out of town again. He was out of town last week in New Orleans, and this week, I believe he's in Cincinnati. I feel like the worst husband ever to be like, I think he's in Cincinnati, but, he travels so much all the time. I can't keep track of where he is on which particular week. It's just all I know is that he's out of town. That's all I know, and I'm pretty sure he's in Cincinnati. So, and I kind of think he's going to Atlanta later on too. But I have no idea. I'm a horrible person. So let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Well. Let's talk about, the big elephant in the room, the Discord channel. Let's talk about that. So the Discord channel started off as a message, and I have it pulled up over here, from one of my patrons. I have a donation, so I'll go through the donation, then I'll continue my story of the Discord channel. Another damn hidden gem says, speaking of handsome husbands, do any RPG characters remind you of Ken? You guys are gonna think that this is a really weird answer, because I don't really like the game, but I would say if I had to choose someone who reminded me of Ken. Oh, you know what? I just thought of two as I'm sitting here stalling, trying to really think. Um, Squall was the first person who came to mind because Ken is just kind of like Ken's like that strong silent type, you know? Like he'll talk to you if you talk to him, but he's not going to go out of his way to talk to you, if that makes sense. Like he's kind of like an old fashioned in that way. He's a strong silent type. And another person who I just thought of was Orin from Final Fantasy X, another kind of strong silent type. Although I would say that Ken looks a lot more like he looks more like Orin than he does like Squall. So yeah. Another donation from Jeffrey Wright. Collect your bets, whoever voted for fully opened in the door. Oh, good God Almighty! Are you guys doing? Are you guys voting on the door now? What is happening? You guys are voting on the door? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so oh, this is hysterical to me. I had no idea that you guys. I was over there working on Discord, and I was chatting with some admins on the Discord and all that. So I wasn't really reading what was going on in live chat, but to see that you guys are voting on, do I have my door open or is it closed or is it ajar or is it like whatever? Like, really? You guys are voting on the door? Anyway, that is hysterical. Collect your bets on the pre-stream, and whoever loved the unplanned thumbnails. Sorry for interrupting, David. No, it's no problem, Jeffrey. Thank you for your donation and for your comment, because that cracks my ass up. So anyway, back to my story. So the whole Discord thing started with a message. I've gotten comments on random videos here and there, like, "Hey, would you start a Discord? Hey, would you do this, that, or the other?" And for the most part, I've been like, "Yeah, well, I'm just gonna ignore you." You know, I'm not gonna deal with that right now. But I got a message from a patron, and I respond to all messages from them, and he talked about the Discord, and I was like, Discord? I have heard of Discord, but other than that, I really have no idea what Discord is. So I was like, okay, that should placate him. I'm kind of done. I don't have to worry about the Discord now. I already told him that I really don't know what it is. So I kind of put it off, put it on the back burner, because I'm like, I don't want to deal with this Discord. I don't really get it. And then I started the live streams, because sometimes it's nice to get out of your comfort zone, if you know what I mean. Like sometimes as an adult, you kind of get like stuck into your rut. You know, you do the same thing every single day. You wake up, you make breakfast, you go to work, you come home, you clean up, you make dinner, you watch TV, you play a game, whatever, you go to bed. Like you just get stuck into a rut. And I think that I was stuck into a rut. And I was like, you know what? I've heard all these people talk about streaming. It does seem rather interesting and fun. And, I'll go ahead and do it. Speaking of streaming, let me go off on a tangent on my own tangent. I actually tried to stream about a year ago. And I went onto YouTube and I was fooling around with the stream thing. And then it was like, don't worry about live streaming. We're not going to start the stream until you're ready. And I'm like, oh, perfect. Because I'm looking like a hot mess. I rolled out of bed. I had a bathrobe on. I looked like shit. My hair was all like jacked up. I was a hot freaking mess. And I'm just fooling around with the live stream. And I'm just like, I just want to figure this stupid thing out, And then all of a sudden, with me just kind of playing around, it goes, you're live. And I'm like, what? No, I'm not live. Oh my God, end stream. So I go and I end the stream so fast. And then I like run out of the room. And then later on that day, I got a message on a couple of the Let's Plays that I did. And it was like, so I heard that you had a live stream today. What happened to the live stream? And I was just like, what live stream? I don't know what you're talking about. So I just completely played dumb on it, and and that and then I never went and I live streamed again because I was so freaked out by it, you know? And yeah. So anyway, so this time whenever I was figuring it out like a week ago or so, I was like, I'm gonna make myself look nice. I'm gonna do my hair and wash my face and put on a shirt just in case it makes me go live. You know what I mean? Just in case I don't want to look like a freaking crypt keeper on live YouTube. So Jeffrey Wright says, we would kill for that live stream thumbnail. I'm sure you would. It's probably a picture of my ass running out of the damn room. But yeah. So anyway, the whole Discord thing. So I got out of my comfort zone with live streaming. I forced myself to do it. I got out of my comfort zone. There were some hiccups with it. And it didn't even it didn't save the live chat the first time around because it asked me if I wanted to edit it, and I was like, sure, I'll edit it, because there was some portion at the very beginning where there was like this echo feedback, and I cut that out, and there was another portion with like some buffering and stuff, so I cut that out, and by editing it out, it got rid of the live chat and all that. And so yeah, I do not have a coldest water bottle, but I still do have my water is essential. My little ouncy bottle of water here. Gotta stay hydrated. What was I talking? God, I'm talking about this freaking Discord channel. Man, this is like the longest story on the face of the planet. So anyway, so he asked me at the Discord, and I'm like, no. I do the live chat, people are still asking about the Discord, and I'm like, oh my god. So I sent the patron in question, who goes by the name of Big Value 7777 on Discord. I sent him a message saying like, hey, do you mind helping me setting up the Discord? And he's like, sure, I'll help you. But then I also sent a text to my friend Chris, and I asked him if he would be able to come over and just do it. And Chris was like, sure, I'll come over and do it. And thank you, Chris, for doing this. And he was able to set it all up for me. And I remember people in the chat were like, what's there to do? It's like literally a one button click. Chris was here for like 2 hours setting up this Discord server. This was not a one button click. I don't know where you guys are getting this one button click from. So yeah. Anyway, the link to the Discord, not only is it in the video description of this particular video, but whenever you go to my homepage, in the top, like in the little banner thing of all the little Legend of Heroes, where it has like the little P for the Patreon, it's going to have like a little Discord emblem. I don't even know what the Discord thing is. I think it's like a little blue alien or something. It might be a D. I don't really know what it is. But anyway, the little Discord link is there, and you can click on that, and that will send you over to the Discord, and then you can join and chat and do whatever's. So I have two admins there, Big Value 7777, as well as Mirodis19, and they've been helping me set up the Discord so that you guys can, talk and chat and talk amongst yourselves and do whatever it is that you do and really build a community. And that to me is what it's all about. It was shocking to me the very first time that I streamed that you guys are like, I feel like I've done something right, I've tried my hardest to create a community here of nice, caring people, and just I've tried my best to get rid of any kind of toxic people, trolly people, all that kind of stuff. I've tried my best to do that on this channel because I personally don't like seeing trolls. I know that you guys probably don't like either. I've tried my best to respond to a lot of comments to make you guys actually, I feel like if I respond to comments, then you guys will comment more. Or at least if I don't have time to respond to every single comment, because there are literally hundreds of comments a day and I'm only one person. If I spent my entire day responding to comments, I would do nothing else. I'd never get a chance to play a game or do a let's play or create a script or whatever. So I can only respond to what I can respond to. But yeah. Matthew Phillips donates and says, could you link your Patreon in the video description? That's actually a really smart thing, and I really should have done that, but I didn't. However, once this stream is over, I will go back into the little editing room and I will add the link inside the video description so you can see it there. And also, if you're wondering, I do have my Patreon link in pretty much every single video description of everything that I do. So all of that is there. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the community. So it was kind of surprising to me, and it was really nice to me that that you guys have like almost come to know each other. And I think that that's wonderful, because I feel like I know a lot of you guys. Like I see Timbermaniac in the chat right now, and I know that if I read a Timbermaniac comment that I'm probably going to laugh my ass off, because he is hysterical. Every time I see him comment on something, he just makes me laugh. If I see Stephanie Gifford's comment, I know that I'm probably going to laugh as well. There are so many people out there that just make me laugh, and there's other people out there that I just know watch and I know comment, and it just makes me happy for that. So I think that the Discord is a really good thing. That being said about the Discord, I have told you that I am not exactly good with computers, that it is not my forte, let alone things that I just don't really know what's going on, such as a new app, the Discord. So I joined the Discord today, and I'm over here, and I heard this little ding, and I'm like, what's going on? So I look over, and it looked like there was a message, and it was a message from one of my admins asking me about something, and I clicked on it, and then I went and I responded to it, and then I clicked away from it, and then I couldn't figure out how to message him again. I'm at the point where I don't know how to read someone's private message on Discord. That's where I'm at. That's my level. My level is low. I can't figure out how to respond to a frickin' private message, people. And then in the general chat, I have other people being like, you should set up roles. What are the roles going to be? And then somebody else is like, what about custom emojis? And I'm like, I can't even respond to a private message, and you guys want roles and custom emojis? What? So you're going to have to be very, very, very patient with me, because I just don't know how to do this sort of stuff. And I've told my admins that, hey, free reign. If you want to, you do you. It is fine by me, because I can't figure it out. My last little story that I want to talk about is the garden. So last time I was on LiveStream, I had to get off because the landscapers were here, and they were pulling out 3 oleander bushes, and we were going to replace it with some hedges instead. And they ended up busting a sprinkler pipe, so we spent the entire day fixing that stupid sprinkler pipe. So that's the last thing that I wanted to talk about. So yeah. Oh, this is a nice comment. JD Turing Kai says, you're going to get there in time. Just the other day you were unsure about learning to stream, and here you are as an international superstar live streamer. Well, thank you, JD. I do try my best. I'm not really sure about superstar, but I do know it's international. There are a lot of people from a lot of different countries who watch my channel and who watch these live streams, and I'm actually very shocked by it. I'm shocked and I'm humbled by it. I really am. I also see, just in general, I'm not really sure who started this commenting thread, but I do see a lot of people commenting about the Pokemon cards at McDonald's. And did I tell my McDonald's story? I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did. So I'm going to tell my McDonald's story. We went there about 2 weeks ago or so. And the thing is, Ken had no idea that they were giving away Pokemon cards. And I'm like, Ken, what do you feel about McDonald's for dinner? And he's like, McDonald's? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, what do you want McDonald's? And I go, I want 5 Happy Meals. And he was like, what do you want 5 Happy Meals for? And I'm like, well, they're doing this Pokemon thing. And he was like, okay, whatever, get in the car, let's go. So, so we went to McDonald's. I ordered the 5 Happy Meals, and I got 3 generic boxes of the Happy Meals, and 2 of them were the Pikachu boxes, and that was okay with me. That was fine with me. I'm like, I'm not going to sit there and be, that customer that bitches and whines and says, I want all 5 Pikachu boxes. I'm not going to do that. So the McDonald's was like half a mile away from our house, so we just kind of drove back home, and we got there, and I opened up the boxes, and there were these little Twister toys, like, the game Twister that you put the mat on and you twist all over the place. It was these little Twister toys, and I'm like, what the hell is this bullshit? I didn't want stupid Twister toys. So I'm like, well, maybe it's just in the generic boxes. Maybe they put the Pokemon cards inside the Pikachu boxes. So I open up the Pikachu boxes. Guess what? Twister toys. Yeah. So I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. So I sat there and I ate my stupid cheeseburgers, and I was so angry. I angry ate them. And the whole time I'm like, maybe they just ran out of the toys, you never know. But then I thought, maybe I'll just give him a call. So I called him up, and I was like, I just came through your drive-thru. I was the guy who ordered the 5 Happy Meals, and I got these Twister toys. Could I exchange them for Pokemon cards? And the manager, you could literally, like, if you could hear someone's eyes roll in their head, I could hear his eyes roll in his head. And he goes, yeah, sure, come on down. I'm like, oh, thanks, bye. So I went down there, and I put the Twister toys inside the little generic Happy Meal boxes, and I was like, here they are. He didn't even look at the box, and he was like, here's your cards, and he just kind of tossed them on the counter. And I'm like, thanks, bye. And you could tell that he was pissed at me. I don't know if he was trying to, like, run a little side business and sell them himself over eBay. Or if, I don't know what was going on, why he wanted to save the Pokemon cards. Because they weren't right there at the drive-thru window. Like, I was expecting him to walk over to the drive-thru window and grab the little toys, and, because that's where they would conceivably be. But he didn't. I heard him get his keys out, and he walked to the back. I heard him open up the door. So they were literally, like, hidden inside the manager's office. And yeah, so he has them, like, tucked away. I don't know if he's afraid of being robbed over Pokemon cards. Something tells me that he was just trying to save as many as he possibly could to put them up on eBay later on. But yeah, I ended up getting my Pokemon cards the same way as you don't stand between me and my 5 Dragon Quest IX games. You don't stand between me and my Pokemon cards. And you know what? Since we're on the topic of the Pokemon cards, I might as well just go grab them. Be right back. Ooh. Whoa! Theo Molinox said some of the holographic cards are selling for $250 on the internet? Are you kidding me? Holy crap! That's ridiculous! Damn! So anyway, you guys can probably see on the top of my little shelving unit back there, I do have a little Pokemon Happy Meal. back there. And then I have my other little Happy Meal. Oh, there it is. My little, wait, boop, boop. I'm really bad at this, but there's my little Pokemon. So, I have that little Pikachu card. Okay, so those of you who are unaware, maybe you're living in a different country and you don't get to see the whole deal with the little Pokemons. But they come in a little green thingamabopper like this, and then you open it up and it has some maze or something, this little honeycomb thing. And then there is this little Pikachu standee thingamabopper. And then you get these little Pokemon cards. So, let's get to the Pokemon in just a second, because Sandy Pop has a very generous donation. Thank you so much, Sandy Pop. He says, your Let's Play Earthbound has been the best thing of my year so far. Can't wait for you to make it through the end. Fuzzy Pickles! Damn straight, Fuzzy Pickles. So yeah, I'm getting there slowly but surely. We are getting to the end of Earthbound, and then we all know that Mother 3 is coming up as well. So anyway, these are the little Pokemon cards that it comes in. But I'm going to blow your minds right now, because guess what? This one, this one, this one, this one. They're not opened. I have not opened these. The glue is still attached. I have yet to even open these, and I have not even opened up this one. So I don't know what Pokemon cards I have, and I don't know if I should open them at all. Because honestly, here's the deal. I was very much into Magic the Gathering in high school. I started... I need my water. I need to hydrate. Okay, so what was I going to say? Magic. For those of you who don't know, and I would imagine that would be like none of you, AbbaMike44 says, open the Pokemon card. Open it, open it, open it. Maybe. We will see. I don't really know. I'm kind of thinking that they will be valuable, and I'm probably thinking that they might be valuable wrapped up. I don't really know. So anyway. In high school, I'm going to age myself. And if you know anything about the Magic the Gathering times, you might be able to figure out when I was in high school. But in high school, I started playing Magic the Gathering because one of my friends was into it, my friend Kevin, and he was like, hey, you should try out this game. And I looked at it, and I was like, I've never seen anything like it. I'd never in a million years seen anything like it. And he was like, hey, go to the mall, you can buy it. And I was able to buy Magic the Gathering back whenever they were still selling, let me tell you right now, Chronicles, Homeland, Fallen Empires, Ice Age, Alliances, The Dark, 4th edition, and I believe like revised. So that will age myself right there as far as when I really started playing. And I think that my first like new expansion pack was I think it was Mirage, and I was really excited for Mirage to come out. Anywho, so I played Magic with my friend Johnny and Kevin and Brooks and all this, and we would play and we would collect and blah 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 blah. And I remember we went to a comic book store in downtown Ackworth, and they sold commons there for 5 cents. And I would be an avid reader of Inquest. Inquest was it was a magazine dedicated to Magic. I think that they were supposed to be dedicated to all sorts of different playing card games, but it was 99% Magic. And you could buy all sorts of commons down there for like 5 cents, all that kind of stuff. And I remember seeing in a glass case, they had the Moxes, And you want to guess how much the Moxes went for back when I first started playing? $100 each. Then they also had a Black Lotus. Anyone want to guess what I could have purchased a Black Lotus for back in the day? I could have gotten a Black Lotus for $350. But I was like 16 years old, and I was working and making like $6.75 an hour I was working like $6.75 an hour as like a bagger at Publix, and I was like, $350? You've got to be kidding me! I can't believe, who in the world is gonna spend $350 on a magic card? Like to me, that blew my mind. Blew my mind. Like, if I could go back in time right now and just kick my little ass, believe me, I would. Because my little 16-year-old ass needs to be kicked into frickin' next week. So yeah. Like, God, if I could just frickin' kick my ass. Because I was like, there's no way. Like, I remember seeing dual lands, and you know, the good dual lands. I saw the dual lands for $10, and I was like, who's gonna spend $10 on a dual land? I can get, regular land for 5 cents over here. Like, I could just freaking kick. There's so many things that I could kick myself about. Believe me, if I can go back in time and just kick my own ass, I would. Because it needs to be kicked. Like, ugh. Oh, AE just says, don't be mad, David. I had a chance to buy Bitcoins for $10. Oh my god, I have a Bitcoin story, too. I was at a party, and, wait, let me finish my magic story, and then I'll get to my Bitcoin story. So anyway, I still have, I'm not going to say all my magic cards, because not only was I so stupid enough to not do that and to buy the Moxes and the Black Lotuses and God knows what else I could have done. God, I should have mortgaged my house. Should have mortgaged my parents' house. Like, it'll be worth it. Believe me, just 20 years, Anyway. So I ended up collecting magic up until about Weatherlight, I want to say, was the last time I played. Because once I got into college, my magic playing circle of friends, you kind of scatter to the winds. Kevin was a year younger than me. Brooks, I think he went to UGA. My friend Johnny, he ended up joining the Navy, and I went to KSU. So I was just kind of like, oh, I'll just put these magic cards into a shoebox and just put them in the closet in my dorm or whatever. And yeah, so I had the cards, but then there was a time in my life, and I've alluded to this time, and it was a time when it was a bad time, and I had to sell a lot of stuff just to kind of get by. And my magic cards were one of the things that I had to sell. I did not have to sell all of my magic cards, but I did have to sell a lot of the more valuable ones. I remember certain things like Jester's Cap was hard for me. I had to sell that one. There was like Bavarian Horde, that was good. Force of Will in Alliances, I had to sell those. Some stuff from like what was it? Oh, those 2 Homelands ones. There was Autumn Willow and the Baron Sengir. Sarah Angels, I had to sell. Sengir Vampire. I'm trying to think of these. I haven't played Magic in whatever, but I'm still trying to think of these cards that I had to sell, and I'm sure there's a ton more. And at one point, I was just like letting a kid go through my Magic card binder and being like, you could just give me $1 for each one. And he must have taken like 100 cards, and I needed the money for groceries, and it was what it was, and sometimes it's got to do what you got to do, It is what it is. I think that I had like 3 Force of Wills. Michael Jobert says you don't want to know what Force of Will is going for. I really don't, because I had like 3 of them. Like, it was just like, I can't even deal with it. I can't remember who mentioned Bitcoin. Somebody earlier mentioned Bitcoin, and I said that I had a story about Bitcoin. Um, I remember I went to a party. I went to my friend Angel's party, and we were there, and it was like a karaoke type of party, and there was this guy there, and I was with Ken at the time, but the guy was hitting on me, and for whatever reason, it just kind of comes up, oh, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And I told him I'm a teacher, and this was probably 7 or 8 years ago, and I said, well, what do you do? And he was like, those like really pretentious people who have like the little fedora on, and they just like try to look all hoity-toity and better than you and all that kind of crap. Like, he was one of those people. And he was like, oh, I day trade. And I'm like, oh, you day trade? Really? Like, thinking that it was like stocks and all this. And he goes, I day trade Bitcoin. And I go, Bitcoin? What the hell's that? And he was like, oh, it's some cryptocurrency. And I was like, never heard of that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And I literally laughed in his face and walked away. So, like, I could have been with like a Bitcoin billionaire, for God's sakes. But I was a bitch, and I laughed at this guy's face. So yeah. Similis Van Des says, how long have you and Ken been married? Ken and I have been together for... We got together in 2003, shortly after I came out. He was one of the only people that I really dated. But we got together in 2003, and if you know anything about Georgia, there is no, or at least there was in 2003, there was no protections, no gay marriage, no domestic partnerships, no nothing. You're just SOL. So whenever we moved to Nevada, that was one of the reasons why we moved to Nevada, actually. We moved to Nevada in 2010, and one of the main selling points to me for moving to Nevada was that they had domestic partnerships. And Ken was like, you'll be safe. If anything happens to me, you'll be safe. There's not going to be any like crazy family members coming out of the woodwork and trying to like take what's rightfully yours, if you guys catch my drift. Good question, Xantha Man. I'll get to that in just a minute. But anyway, so we ended up moving to the West Coast. We ended up moving to Nevada, and whenever we did, we got a domestic partnership. Then whenever gay marriage became legal in, I want to say 2015, maybe it was 2014. Okay, I'm a bad gay. I'm a bad gay right now, and I can't think of the year that it was passed. But I want to say that the very next year, we went out and... No, I know what we did. Whenever gay marriage was passed, we went down to the office, the courthouse, whatever it is that you go to, and okay, Lescott says it was in 2013, so I will take your word for it. Oh wow, oh good lord, Virazol. I'm very sorry about pronouncing your name wrong. I know that I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm very, 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 very sorry for it. But I do thank you for your extraordinarily generous donation. My God, thank you so much. That just blows me away. Thank you. Wow. He says, hey, David, finally made it to your stream. Here's some backlog support. Thank you. Wow. Wow, thank you. Wow, thank you. Thank you. I lost my train of thought. We went down to the marriage office, and we just filled out the little paper. It wasn't even like a courthouse wedding. We just filled out the little paper saying, yeah, we're going to get married. And that was that. But then we had like a real marriage celebration, with our family. We invited about 100 people. We had it at Sunset Gardens, which is over near Sunset Park, down the road from our house. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. They have like this beautiful garden. They have all these Christmas lights all up in the trees. It's colorful. It was absolutely beautiful. And we had and we had our wedding there. It was absolutely gorgeous there. So we got married in 2000. So answer your question finally. April 4th, 2015 is whenever I claim our marriage, because that was whenever we got married in front of friends, family, and God. It wasn't, just signing some paper in a courthouse or whatever. I can't get over it. Thank you, Viri Zaval. Is that? I'm so bad. I'm gonna need a pronunciation guide. I'm so bad. There is a question here from Xanthaman6283, and I think that this is a pretty good question. I just saw it there. He says, "Hey David, what are your thoughts on Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light? I rarely ever see any discussion on it besides it being the precursor to Bravely Default. I remember whenever For Heroes of Light was first being announced or released, or there was a trailer or whatever, I read about it on like RPGgamer.com, and thrilled for it. Completely thrilled for it, because it was during one of those dearths of JRPGs, like nothing really on the console. It was like the PlayStation 3-ish era when that happened, where you really had to go to portables like the PSP and the DS in order to get your JRPG fix. So I read about it and I was like, oh my god, a world map. Yes. A 4-person party. Yes. Job classes. Yes. This looks great. Then I played it. And you have a revolving door party. It's like every time you turn around, someone's joining, someone's leaving, someone's going over here, someone's going over here, someone's going... It's like never ending. You have this revolving door party, which is bothersome, but it's not the end of the world. What might be the end of the world, though, is how you're not able to target anyone. You want to cast Protect on someone? Let's hope that the AI knows who you want to target, who you want to protect. You want to heal somebody? The computer better be able to target. You want to cast Fire on that group of enemies over there? Well, hopefully the computer knows which one's weak to fire. Like, there were some questionable design decisions. But not only that, there was the whole inventory limit space. I think that there was I want to say it was either 10 or 15 items that you could have in your inventory. And normally that wouldn't be so bad, but spells took up inventory slots. Stuff that shouldn't take up inventory slots took up inventory slots. And it bothered me. So, although I did enjoy it the first time playing it, and I did play it, and I did beat it, would I ever go back and play it again? Probably not. Maybe. You never say never. My god, I went through and I played Seven Sagas 7 times, so who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I won't, who knows? It's not that terrible of a game. I think that people give it more of a bad rep than it really deserves. It's not... It's on the lower end. It's I'm not going to say it's middle of the road. I am going to say it's on the lower end. Donation from Total Makiru89. Thank you so much for your donation. Hey man, I'm a big fan and have watched for a long time. Keep up the great work. By the way, what do you think of Legend of Legaia? Or Legaia? Legaia. That is one of my favorite games of all time. Its sequel, on the other hand, dumpster fire. Here is For Heroes of Light. Here is Legaia 2. It's not even, my hand isn't even on the freaking screen, because Legaia 2 is such a freaking dumpster fire. But Legend of Legaia, the first one, is fantastic. In fact, before I started working on the Earthbound trilogy, guess which game I actually started playing on an emulator to see about maybe doing a Let's Play for? Yeah, that's how much I like Legend of Legaia. So, yeah, really good game. Simulus Van Des says, Davidvinc, did you take up the water bottle offer? Oh god, this was, I think that, did I talk about the water bottle offer on my drunk stream, or did I talk about it on my morning stream? I don't remember which one I talked about it on, But I kind of got a little bit worked up about it, we'll just put it that way. But yeah, I have said before that there is no one behind pulling the strings. No one is influencing me. No one's doing anything like that. But that being said, let me highlight your name because I want to get to your question too. But that being said, I did receive a sponsorship offer for like this cold water bottle because they were like, we see you're drinking water on your stream. How would you like to drink out of our water bottle? And I'm like, I can drink out of my water bottle just as I can drink out of your water bottle. So sure, if you want to send me a water bottle and some money along with it, hey, I'm all about it. So yeah, I did send them an email back. I have not yet heard from them. They said that they would have to write up like some influencer offer thing. And that to me is like, that's funny to me because I've always been the one who like makes fun of influencers and be like, oh, you're an Instagram influencer. And now for them to be like, oh, an influencer officer, I'm like, oh my God, am I an influencer? Is that what I've become? Is that me? Who knew? No one's more surprised than me. Believe me, no one is more surprised than me. Got some good questions here. Just Ball in 91 hitter. He says, David, I gotta ask at least once this stream. What's your diet? I got my underdesk bike today. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I use... You know what? This is who should sponsor me. If anybody should sponsor me, it should be these people. Whoever makes this underdesk cycler thing. They should be sponsoring me. They should be the ones like sending me money about this stupid underdesk cycler. Everybody keeps on buying it. But anyway, yeah, I use that whenever I am playing video games or just whatever. It's a great thing to have around. But my diet, funny you should ask about my diet because my diet has recently changed. Normally, and so I'm not a doctor. Let's just put that out there. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy who is into health and fitness, so whatever. Normally, my diet consists of pretty much a protein, a starch, a vegetable, and that's like it. Like I'll have like a typical dinner would be like some grilled chicken, a baked potato, and like some broccoli. And the baked potato, like you would put cheese on it, some like low-fat sour cream, and a little bit of butter. Or you can put some chicken stock inside the baked potato too, and it makes it really moist, and you don't even need the butter. And I would eat about 4 or 5 times a day. I'm never starving myself. I'm never going to bed hungry or anything like that. At nighttime I have Fage 0% Greek yogurt with some blueberries as like a little dessert. I mean, if I want like a candy, like if I want like a Cadbury cream egg, I'll have a freaking Cadbury cream egg, but I'll have a Cadbury cream egg. I'm not going to have 20. You know what I mean? If I want chips, I'll fill up a bowl with potato chips, but I'm not going to take the entire bag of chips with me to my couch and just, eat the whole bag. So it's just like everything in moderation is essentially my diet. But as far as breakfast, lunch, and dinner are concerned, I always try to keep it pretty standard. Nothing too fancy. Breakfast would be like, 3 eggs, and like some black coffee. Lunch could be, maybe fish and rice, chicken and rice, maybe like some little, like a hamburger or something. Nothing too fancy, nothing. And I also really don't eat fast food like at all. So it's not like people ask about my diet video, but I feel like my diet video would be like one of the most boring videos ever because I would just be like, this is my typical kitchen. Here's macaroni and cheese. If I want macaroni and cheese, I eat freaking macaroni and cheese, and it is what it is. I'm not going to eat the entire box of macaroni and cheese, but I'll make the box, and then I'll have a third, and Ken will have a third, and then the other third will probably go inside the fridge for tomorrow's lunch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's nothing too complex. And I do go to the gym 7 days a week, so that's probably what it is that you guys are seeing. And there's a story behind why I like to work out so much. Adam Smith donates $5. There's no comment there with Adam Smith, but I do thank you so much for the donation. I thank everyone for their donations. I think it's just beyond generous. Let's see. Hiago Oliveria. I hope to God I pronounced that right. Hey David, I'm just finished God and I loved the game. Thanks for the long play. Well, no problem. That is one of my favorite games. I love that game. If you have not played God, it is literally God, G-O-D. Play it. It is fantastic. I cannot talk about it enough. In fact, I was saying that I was creating a script or creating a video for games that take place in like Tokyo or take place in Japan, and I finished the script for that. Last night, actually. What were we watching? We were watching something on Netflix. It's called Never Have I Ever. It's about these 3 girls in high school, and they're part of the UN. And it's the funniest freaking show. It's so freaking funny if you've never seen it. So these 3 girls are part of the UN, and at first they thought that the other kids called them the UN, and at first they thought that they were called the UN because the one girl is Indian American, the other one is Asian American, and the other one is African American. So they thought that that's why they were called the UN. And then this other guy goes, "That's not why we call you the UN. You're the UN because you're the unfuckable nerds." I about died whenever I heard that. I was dying laughing. So anyway, we're watching the show, and I'm sitting there typing up the script, and guess which game I added to the script of games that take place in Japan? God, for the SNES. That is, such a good game. It was released in Japan for the SNES. It was never released in America. However, there was a PlayStation remake. However, the PlayStation remake has not been translated. It's only been translated for the SNES. So you gotta play it there. Fan-freaking-tastic. Cannot recommend it enough. If you are a fan of Terranigma, Final Fantasy VI, Earthbound, hell, if you're just a fan of RPGs, play God. I have a Let's Play on it. I did it a couple of years back. Yeah, it is fantastic. Oh, we got a new member from Riz S. Welcome to the original girls. Yeah. So yeah. I got more spoony bards. I love whenever I see more spoony bards in the chat. So yeah. Oh, where are we at in the comments? Let's see. Oh, Dynasty Girl says, as a girl, I face a lot of discrimination in the Magic the Gathering community. Apparently girls can't play and suck. My vampires say otherwise. Hey, go girl. Go girl. Yeah, you know how you tell them that you don't suck? You beat their asses. You just beat them to the ground. You pulverize them. So, yeah. Oh, let's see. The Hot Dog Man says, David, have you played the fan translation of Breath of Fire 2? If so, what did you think of it? I have played the fan translation of Breath of Fire 2, and I thought it was not just one of the most well-done translations that I've ever seen, but they went above and beyond. Like, they added cutscenes to the game. They added graphics that were never in there at all. They added, like, the font is completely different. Like, they took that game that was kind of like a buggy, weirdo mess, and they really knocked it out of the park. If you never played Breath of Fire 2 before because you thought that it was just, a badly translated game, and it is a badly translated games, but it is so much fun. That translation patch helps it so much. Vincent Adrian says, yo, You should give up on the playthroughs. Nothing against yours personally, I just don't like them in general and focus on streams and top 10 lists. I love your show. That is something that I have been mulling over in my mind because I do... I almost don't know if they jumble up the channel too much. I do see people making comments for that, but I also know that people really do enjoy them as well. So that's something that I am just kind of like mulling over. So yeah, that's something that I'm thinking about doing. I don't know if I would like to do it because like even just like a year ago, just like a year ago, I would look at the Let's Plays and I'd be like, wow, I have 200 people watching this video on average. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, I have 800 people watching this Let's Play on average every single day. So, I mean, yeah, 800 people might not sound like a lot, but over the course of a week, I mean, it does add up, and they are, you know, they're kind of fun to do. So, yeah, they can be overwhelming, and they are overwhelming to me sometimes. But for right now, I'm still going through them, and I know that I will still at least play Mother 3. Maybe after Mother 3, I might see, do I want to keep on doing this? Do I not want to keep on doing this? I don't really know. But yeah, I do know that I will continue these live streams. The live streams are a lot of fun. And of course, top 10 lists and reviews. That's just kind of like my bread and butter. I like that. Oh, I have a comment from Adam Smith. He donated earlier, but there wasn't a comment in his donation. So it looks like he made the comment right here. He says, I'm bad at super chats. He was talking about gay representation in the last stream. Would you like to see a certain message covered, or do you think good representation is just not making it a big deal? Okay, so yeah, last time I was talking about gay representation in JRPGs, and that is something that I'm still working on. I'm still working on a script for that. I'm kind of torn on that, to be honest with you, because if you're going to put a gay character in the game, you want it to be there for a reason. You don't want there just to be, I'm the token gay guy just for being the token gay guy. Like, you don't want that. You also don't want it to be, like, all about them. You just kind of want them to just be there, living their life as just a normal person. Like, just the same way that there's straight people in games, living their lives as just normal people. It should be that way with gay people in RPGs. And I'm not just saying just as far as your party members, but even just like gay NPCs. You know, if there just happened to be two men in sharing a house and there was one bed in the house and they were just talking to you as NPCs saying, you know, oh, make sure that you go north to the mountains or whatever they do. You know, just, yeah. I just think that there just seems my thing is there just needs to be more of it, because it either seems that it's one or the other. There's either the one extreme of Sylvando right here in your face, or Makoto right here in your face, or there's just nothing. Crickets, you know? Just crickets. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I do see a lot of people talking about going through the Let's Plays and watching the Let's Plays. Dedrick Price says the Let's Plays are good. Is it Diedrich or is it Dedrick? I don't know. It's probably Diedrich, I would imagine. The Let's Plays are good. I usually wait until a series is done so I can just binge them. That's one way to do it. That's definitely one way to do it. Zero Hero Kiro says, do whatever you think is best, but if you want to keep your channel easy for new views and to go through your content, maybe have a second channel. Those of you who have been around for a minute know that there was a time that I almost did make a second channel. And that went over like a ton of bricks. I ended up making a video about the second channel, and then I made a poll about the second channel, and they made another video retracting the second channel because Nobody wanted it. So I've decided just to keep it to playlists. Playlists are organized, they're on my channel, they're easy to use, they're easy to navigate, so you can just go on through and look at playlists. Hopefully that will help. I have a donation from Matthew Phillips. Have you considered doing a live stream Let's Play, but with a game that you're incredibly familiar with? It's common for gamers to stream the same game. I have. And that's actually what I'm thinking about doing once I am done with the Mother 3 Let's Play. Because I am familiar with Mother 3, but I am not incredibly familiar with it. Because there is a difference. You guys know that there's a difference. A game that I'm incredibly familiar with would be like Final Fantasy IV, you know? Hell, I could have streamed Earthbound. I'm so freaking familiar with that game. But Mother 3 came out more recently. I'm not very familiar with it. But maybe I'll do a stream of like Final Fantasy, and I'll just go and I'll start streaming just up through the series, at least the ones that I am incredibly familiar with. Speaking of which, yeah, let's see. Oh, Insanity 4 says second channels are not that useful if you use playlists to keep things organized anyway. So yeah. Yeah. Big value. For the Let's Plays, some advice. The optimal YouTube meta is having a channel number 2 and then linking the channels. The algorithm favors channels that have high consistencies of results. I personally have no idea about the YouTube algorithm. If the algorithm picks up my videos, so much the better. But I'm not really going out of my way to grab the algorithm, you know. I'm just it is what it is, as far as that is concerned. Let's see. Oh, we want to make another poll about the second channel? I don't know. Oh, Alfredo Coimbra says, David's Let's Plays are my bread and butter in the morning. Well, thank you. Says, any chance at more blind playthroughs? I think that the only blind playthrough that I ever did was for Kirby's Adventure. And there it wasn't even blind, it was just semi-blind, because I have played Kirby's Adventure as a child. And I Let's Played Kirby's Adventure. It was the only like non-RPG game that I've ever Let's Played. And I Let's Played it, and I got a lot of comments about like, why are you doing this game? But you know what? I don't care. I had fun. And the reason why I had to do it was because I was going away on vacation, and I wanted to make sure that I had an upload every single day. So I went through and I beat Kirby's Avalanche in like 2 or 3 hours, and I was able to make a Let's Play that way, just kind of chopping it up into little pieces here and there. But I needed something to cover that time that I knew that I was going to be on vacation. Just Ball 91 Hitta. Is Yakuza Like a Dragon worth a play? It is. It is one of the best RPGs that I've played in quite a bit of time. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think that it is a great game. It is a fantastic game. Let's see. Yeah, Timbermaniac says his playthroughs are meant to be guides, I think, so blind would defeat the purpose. And that is a very good point. I do try to cover as much as I possibly can in my Let's Plays. I have always wanted to cover more rather than cover less. I always want to know what I'm doing, know what I'm talking about. That's why it was so hard for me to set up the Discord channel, because I like to know what I'm doing, and I don't like not knowing what I'm doing. And with this Discord, I have no idea what is going on. Oh, good night, Jeffrey Wright. Good night. He says, I must go now. Everyone, the kids are about ready for bed. See you all next stream. Have a good night, David. End stream. Good night, Jeffrey. And we have a donation from VVHE. Hi, David. I'm a big fan and have been loving these live streams. Are you a fan of the Paper Mario games? If so, which one is your favorite? Let me first, VVHE, say thank you so much for becoming a member. I gave you a shout out at the very beginning of the video. I'm not sure if you were in the video right then, but I did give you a shout out, and I do thank you for being a spoony bard and an original girl with me. And also, I do really, really like your avatar's tuxedo mask. And who doesn't like tuxedo mask? Everybody likes tuxedo mask. Paper Mario. The Mario RPG games are a strange bird to me. There are the Mario RPGs, which is nice. Or what am I trying to say? Super Mario RPG on the SNES is my favorite. I'll just tell you right then. Then there's the Mario and Luigi RPGs, and those are really nice too. Then there's the Paper Mario RPGs, which are like, If I had to choose my favorite of the paper variety, it would definitely be Thousand Year Door. Thank you so much for your question and for your donation. Riz S asks, what are your thoughts on Jade Cocoon? Thank you so much for your donation, Riz S. Jade Cocoon, that is a cool game. It has monster capturing. It's really neat. It's a shorter game for the PlayStation if you haven't heard of it. I highly recommend Jade Cocoon. Studio Ghibli was actually involved in the development of Jade Cocoon. So, that tells you what the quality of the game is. That being said, I also own Jade Cocoon 2 on the PlayStation 2. I have not ever actually played Jade Cocoon 2, and apparently that is a good thing because I heard it's really not all that hot, to be quite honest with you. But Jade Cocoon 1, very nice, fantastic plot twist. I don't want to spoil anything, but just, it's a shorter game, great plot twist, good monster capturing, Studio Ghibli, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Josh Hogan is an original girl spoony bard. I'm almost wondering, maybe I should put a poll on this. So, whenever I first started these live streams, the original girl thing was a joke because somebody, I can't remember who, somebody in the comments started bringing up OGs. And I said, doesn't that mean original girl? And everybody was like, no, it's original gangster. And I just died laughing. And now it's just kind of like a little running joke. But I'm almost wondering if I should rename you guys Spoony Bards. Because that would be funny to me as well. And honestly, I do this for fun. This is what I do. I do this for fun. I'm not like Mr. Serious, we're playing a game now, and this is, serious business playing our game. No. This is just to have fun. And calling y'all original girls or spoony bards or whatever, I'm having a blast with this. I hope that you guys are too. I don't want to offend anyone. Like, I'm not a girl or whatever. It's just for fun, my God. Gavin Freeborn, he donates and he says, will you ever do a Let's Play of Disgaea? I am not the biggest fan of Disgaea. I do like strategy RPGs, but there's just something about Disgaea that just does not click with me. I don't know if it's the setting or just the wacky zaniness of the characters, or if it's just, I don't know. There's just something with the Disgaea series. I can't put my finger, it has all the right ingredients. Everything is there. Good characters, good voice acting, good levels, good maps, good job systems. Everything is there for a great game. And then you mix it all together, but somehow the cake just doesn't rise. It just falls flat to me. Do you guys get my metaphor here? Do you see what I'm saying? So I would be more apt to do a Let's Play of something along the lines of Final Fantasy Tactics, Project Triangle Strategy, Fellseal Arbiter's Mark, something along those lines. But Disgaea, for whatever reason, I was never able to get into it. And for whatever reason, I don't even know why, but I have my copy of Disgaea over here. And this copy is a hot freaking mess. It's one of those GameStop copies where they didn't give a shit about it. And they just, like, they didn't even give like the little thing with the 3 people on the skateboard doing their thing. It was just this written by some guy. And yeah, this is my copy. And I've played through it. And, yeah, there it is. But it doesn't even come with a freaking manual. $40. $40. $40 freaking dollars. And you don't get a manual? And you get this shitty ass cover? No wonder GameStop's going out of business. Man. Talk about disrespecting their customers. Ugh. Oh, another donation. This is from Nibling. Hi, David. What do you think of Legend of Drag? I know what you're going for. What do you think of Legend of Dragoon? Sorry, I just had to. For real, though, what is your opinion on Front Mission 3? Just like the Disgaea games, I was never really able to get into the Front Mission games. I like my JRPGs to be medieval, swords and sorcery. You know, I think that's why something like Final Fantasy Tactics speaks to me much more than something like Front Mission 3. Quite honestly, I wasn't really even able to get into the Valkyria Chronicles games either, while we're on the subject of strategy RPGs. Maybe I should give them more of a shot, the Front Mission games, but pretty much like I see that it's a tanky game, and I'm like, I'm not really all that much interested. But yeah, I did purchase Valkyria Chronicles. I think it was 1. It was the one during World War II. 1. It was the one during World War I. And I didn't get all that far into it. And I loved the graphics. I loved the voice acting. I loved the story. I loved the European setting. I loved that it took place during real world events. All of that was great. All of that spoke to me. But there was definitely some issues, and I maybe it was balancing issues, but I don't know. I remember that there was some really, really, really hard battle where I had to send scouts out and like hide behind a tank, but my scouts kept on getting one shot and it really pissed me off. So yeah. Let's see. Similis Van Des says, me and my best friend are making our own games and we have gay characters in them, but they aren't in-your-face gay. I think that that's the best way to do it, is to have gay characters in there, but just let them be normal, regular people. Like, that's really what it should all be about. Normal, regular people. I remember the reason why I have Disgaea Hour of Darkness here in this shitty freaking cover is because there was an announcement that I saw the other day on Facebook. Because, boomer alert, Facebook, I know. So NIS, NIS America, whatever, they're coming out with a new compilation of games for the Switch, of course, because everything's for the Switch. It's coming out in summer of 2021, and it is a compilation of Phantom Brave as well as Soul Nomad. And I guess that would be something that I would personally purchase, because I was going through my collection and I was like, do I have those games? I didn't even remember. And I do not have Phantom Brave or Soul Nomad. And honestly, I don't even know what they're really about, because Disgaea to me turned me off from like so much what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to get to a point and I'm missing the point here. Okay, NIS began creating games right around the PlayStation 2 era, or at least it did in America. So their most famous series was Disgaea. And I started playing that, and I really didn't like it all that much. And then I saw all these other kind of Disgaea influenced games along with it, such as Phantom Brave and Soul Nomad. And I was like, well, if they're influenced by Disgaea, they're probably the same sort of thing. So I'm just going to pass on them. So, yeah. Oh, Miami Sunrise says, I have both of those games and I found them to be hard to play, more so Phantom Brave. So, yeah, if they are no good, then maybe that's for the best. Maybe I did a good thing by avoiding them. Durf McGurf says, if you don't like Disgaea, then I would avoid Soul Nomad and Phantom Brave. A lot of the same ideas. Yeah, so it looks to me like that's going to be... That went from being on my radar to off my radar in about 2 seconds. Yeah, so, yeah. Just... For any of you Disgaea fans out there who really love the series, keep in mind that there is a compilation coming up by NIS for the Switch for those 2 games. So I can stay on for roughly 9 more minutes or so. I'm going to try to keep these streams to about an hour and a half or so. So yeah, if you have any more questions, just let me know. Let's see what else are people talking about. I saw Timbermaniac says that his comment was deleted. I don't know why your comment was deleted. I don't even know how to delete a comment. So if anybody deleted a comment, it wasn't me. I'm not deleting anything. It's enough for me just to be able to talk and read these comments at the same time. I can't be deleting comments too. It's too much for me. And if you're talking about Discord, I can't even read a private message, so I'm not deleting anything. Yeah. So get mad at somebody else. It's not me. Yeah. Lemon ice cream. Since the Vita is dead, I'm happy more niche JRPGs are coming to the Switch. I had such high hopes for the Vita. Like, I feel like portable game, or at least dedicated portables. I feel like at this point, because of the rise of mobile gaming, and we all know how we all feel about mobile gaming, I feel like dedicated portables are... like, they are now a thing of the past. Except I know that you can take Switch as a portable, and that's different. But I had such high hopes for the Vita, but that thing was just dead on arrival. And I bought it because of Ys 4 Memories of Celceta, Persona 4 The Golden, and of course, Tales of Hearts R. But, I mean, you can get those other 2 games elsewhere. Tales of Hearts R is still a Vita exclusive. I am shocked that they haven't ported that over to Steam yet. But yeah, I am very sad about the state of the Vita as well. Durf McGurf donates and says, "Oh, the comment just jumped. Wow, I was doing so good about non-jumping comments, and then they jumped. There it is. Okay, I found the comment again. Now jumping it. Don't jump on me." Durf McGurf asks, "Hope not already asked, but Shining Force?" Yes, Shining Force. I have played Shining Force 1, 2, 3, and a smattering few of the various other Shining games, like the Shining Tears, and there's like some tower defense Shining things and some other weirdo Shining stuff. My personal favorites were just the original, regular, vanilla Shining Force games. That being said, and this is a good little segue here, you know who made the Shining Force games? Camelot. And Camelot also made all of the like Mario sporting games, like Mario Soccer or Golf or whatnot. And they made Beyond the Beyond. And we all know how much I love me some Beyond the Beyond. And if you are looking for a game that play. It's not going to play like Shining Force because they're two entirely different genres. I mean, Shining Force is tactical turn-based, and Beyond the Beyond is just traditional turn-based JRPG with world map and all that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for something that has the same look or feel or soul of the Shining games, Beyond the Beyond, I would highly recommend Beyond the Beyond to you. Another one that I could recommend to you is the Golden Sun games. They are fantastic. And now, as I say that, I see Josh Hogan said that in his comment too, Camelot and Golden Sun. Yeah, if somebody could delete this person that said F you, that would be wonderful. I don't know how to, but if somebody can, let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. Remove. Bye, bitch. See ya. Okay. But yeah. I'm learning, people. I'm learning. Yeah. No one tells fuck you to me. Fuck you. Bye. What was I talking about? Golden Sun. Golden Sun. Fantastic. Or at least Golden Sun 1 and 2 is fantastic. I love those games. Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Yeah, no. That one is just horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I would love to maybe let's play Golden Sun one of these times. Timbermaniac brought up Guardians Crusade. I loved Guardians Crusade. If you're not aware, there are certain games that need to spawn a series, and I'm pretty sure that I made a video about this. If I haven't, go through. This is your homework. I said at the beginning of this stream, I said there was no homework, and I am going back onto this. This is angry teacher mode right now. There is homework. Your homework, should you choose to accept it, is to go back through my top 10 lists and tell me, because I know that there must be, is to go back through. Didn't I make a list about games that like need a sequel? Such as Guardians Crusade. That is such a game that needs a sequel. I loved Guardians Crusade. That is fantastic. It is so freaking cool. It was released on the PlayStation 1, and it was called Knight and Baby in Japan. And the baby has like special magical powers, but you play as the knight. You can't really control the baby. You gotta feed it, and you have to like you. It has like a little Tamagotchi sort of thing going on. It is so good. But my favorite thing about it, I'm gonna fangirl about Guardians Crusade for just a minute. Whenever you are on the world map, everything is all interconnected. Like you think that everything's interconnected in Earthbound, but I'm telling you, everything is interconnected in Guardians Crusade. You fly around on the back of the baby, and you're flying, and you're seeing the paths, and you're seeing the forests, and you're seeing the mountains, and you see the town. And you can literally just land in the town. It's all just right there. Everything is interconnected, and it's such a good game. I love that. Okay. People have already done their homework. Yeah, the series without sequels is a top 10 list for my channel. I knew that I did that. I knew that it's been a hot freaking minute since I've done that. But yeah, that is a fantastic, fantastic game. Whoa! Donation from Matthew Phillips. Are there JRPGs that you've started again and again, but you couldn't bring yourself to finish? Oh, good lord. Ogre Battle, SNES, and N64 is a game that I love to start and I can't finish. Oh, I am sure that I have. This is one that I would love to get up and go through my collection right now and say, yeah, I've started this one, but I've never finished it. I've started this one, but I've never finished it. Because I know that there must be some. But off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. Because I know that there are some where it's like I want to like this game, but I just can't. And you know what might be a good idea? What might be a good example of games that I want to like, but I just can't? All that monster capturing right there. There are games that I want to like, but I just can't. Some of the Saga games, like Saga Frontier 2, I have wanted to like, but I just can't. I just can't. However, I have beaten more Saga games than I haven't. But then there's also times that I just force myself to, and I power through those games, and I force myself to actually go and play them. But Matthew, I will next time in tomorrow's stream, I will bring some more JRPGs, ones that I've wanted to start and maybe haven't finished, because that is a good question that I would like to actually dedicate some time to. I do, like, that's a very thoughtful question, you know, because it goes into my gaming history. It's a question just for me, and it's something that is unique to me, and I really would like to elaborate a bit more on something like that. Yeah. I mean, hell, I've even beaten Final Fantasy X too, twice, but yeah. Okay, so with that, Ken is out of town this week, so more than likely I will be streaming each night this week, Monday through Thursday, because it is just so much fun. I do not know when I will stream, and again, it's dependent on if I feel like it. So still no schedule on the streams. It just kind of is what it is. I do like to announce them a good hour or two beforehand, and I will be announcing my streams in the Discord as well. So do make sure that you go through and join up that Discord. There's a link to it in the video description. I see my members are here, my original girls and all that. So yeah, if you want to become a member too and get a little spoony bard next to your name, have at it. I makes me happy. I'll give you some shout outs and all that kind of good stuff. This has been very, very, very fun. And you know what? Oh, Josh Hogan says he agrees with my list of the games needing a sequel or a remaster, and I agree too. And you know what? I have a mystery opening for my next stream. This little package right here that I got today. I will be opening this tomorrow on stream. I wonder what it could possibly be. Anyway, guys, have a good one. See you later. Bye.